All right, so great morning or afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm Kimberly Robinson with the Personnel Board of Jefferson County, and today's lunchtime blast webinar is, today we're going to talk about free interactive apps. And I know that a lot of us are working in some different times. We're being forced to work at a distance. And so many of us have had a lot of Zoom meetings, a lot of FaceTime, all of these venues if we want to stay connected and if we want to be able to interact with not only our loved ones, but our work teams. And Zoom is what we've been using at the Personnel Board. And there are many other apps that you can use for virtual meetings, but Zoom is the one we're going to talk about today. And how can we, although we're working from a distance, we still want our participants to be engaged. We still want them to be interactive on the Zoom call. So how can we have the Zoom meeting, but still keep it social, stay interactive, and keep people engaged? And so I'm going to talk to you today about some cool apps that will help you do just that during your Zoom meeting. The first one I'm going to talk about is Kahoot. And Kahoot is one of my favorite. And actually, we at the Personnel Board on Friday, all 68 of us will get together and do a Jeopardy game. Kahoot will turn any boring or uninteractive meeting into a fun meeting. And with Kahoot, basically it is a website that you go to and you're able to create questions. And once you create those questions, the participants are able to download the Kahoot app on their phone. And as you see here on this phone here, they're able to answer different questions by clicking the answer, but they will answer the questions based on the questions that the meeting manager has generated and put up using the Kahoot app. So as you see, this really helps in bringing a little fun to the classroom, the virtual classroom, the virtual meeting on Zoom. This will help you bring a little fun. Kahoot, there are a lot of templates that are already in there to help you if you can't think of any questions, but you're also able, again, to generate your own questions. So Kahoot is a great option to have fun with your team and help you generate some interaction. Another one is MentorMeter. This is another great app, but this one you can also use presentations. So you're able to have some fun by creating some interactive presentations. Instead of just doing a regular lecture or a regular meeting, you can do an interactive presentation to help it just be more memorable, and again, to promote some more interaction and engagement with your participants. So MentorMeter is a great app to use to help you with those interactive presentations. Another one, and a lot of people have heard of Poll Everywhere. If you want to do a poll or do a Q&A, and you have you can do it right from your PowerPoint slide, but it's the quickest and easiest way to get those live responses. And again, here's another way to generate some interaction with your participants. Instead of them just sitting there and watching the screen, you can actually get them involved by asking some polling questions, and you can get some immediate responses. But not only can you get some immediate responses, you can also, again, show the live poll. So after you've gotten your poll, you can show that live poll to your participants. One thing I do like about Poll Everywhere is you can use text. So the participants still can use their phone, and they can text their answers in, and you're able to display that on the screen. The next one is Quizlet. And actually, my daughter, her school uses Quizlet to help them when they are doing some quizzes. And she's actually using Quizlet right now while we are working from home and while we're doing homeschooling. But Quizlet is also another great way, instead of the students answering individual questions on their individual devices, you're able to even put the participants in groups. Still on Zoom, still, again, you know, we're still at a distance, still virtual, but you're able to put people in groups and allow them to participate in groups answering questions. So they can, you know, you can put them in teams and they can race and see who answers the questions the most or the fastest, and who answers the questions correct. And you can divvy out points, and the team with the most points, they win a prize. You mail it to them. You got to be creative with these, and Quizlet is a great way to help you to be creative, but also, again, bring in that engagement piece and allow people to participate. With this one, what I love is not just participate individually, but they can participate. You can put them in groups and they can participate in a group. So Quizlet is a great option for that group interaction. Wooclap. This is another one of my favorite apps because you're able to connect it with so many other platforms. I love connecting it with PowerPoint. And again, this is another way for you to put out those poll questions and allow people to answer the questions. But one thing about Wooclap is they'll display the results of the questions in a word cloud. You won't see who the participants' names of who said what, but you will see their responses in a word cloud. So it really makes it fun and it looks good when it's in a word cloud. I like it. I've used it a lot in my training, but it's a great interactive tool and it can be used on all devices. So smartphones, and most of these that I've talked about today, not only can they be used on the computer, but you can use them on your smartphone, your tablet, any and all devices you're able to use these on. And it just really helps the audience get engaged because, as I've mentioned, nobody likes to just sit and listen to a Zoom call. Why not allow people to participate and engage by asking questions or doing quizzes online or playing a game? All of this can be done still through Zoom, but you can use these different applications, these different apps to generate that engagement. One thing about all of these apps are there is a free version of all of the apps that I've talked about today, and there's a paid version. You know, with the free version, it is limited, but I've found, especially like with Wooclap and Quizlet, you're able to still get the most out of it even on the free version. So you don't have to necessarily buy the paid version. You're still able to use it with that free version. Most of them, you will have to download. The participants will have to download, especially Kahoot. That's the number one that in order to sign into the game and play it, you have to download the app on your phone. But Other than that, you're able to join these on the internet without having to download, except Kahoot, of course. Any questions? Again, these are just some fun apps that are available to all of us just to add a little more interaction to your Zoom meeting. Just to go back over those one more time before I end, you have Kahoot. You all have to forgive me. For some reason, my Zoom is not working like it should. You always have to be prepared when you are doing webinars, you're working with technology, something's gonna go wrong. So you always have to be prepared. Now my computer is freezing up. Here we are. Okay. Well, just to remind you, those apps that we talked about today were Kahoot, MentorMeter, Poll Everywhere, Quizlet, and Bootcamp. You may know of some others that there are tons and tons of apps that you can use during your Zoom call to make your meeting more engaging and fun. You may know some more of those. Please feel free to email me and let me know some of those apps. I would love to find out about some more of those apps because there are tons and there are tons out there. But this was just a couple that I've used and I think are great when you're doing a Zoom meeting. So that is it. I hope you join us tomorrow for another lunchtime webinar blast. And tomorrow we'll be talking about how to de-stress your work area. Now that we're all working at home, how do we de-stress our work area? So I hope to see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Hope you have a great day. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry about all the technical difficulty. Have a great day.